Hi, we're Standing 8 and you're watching SoundMojo. My name is Michael. I'm the guitar player and singer. Our other members are Alex Dano, he's on bass. You have Carlo Arcaro also on guitars, and Michel Brisson on drums. Well, I met Carlo back in probably elementary school, and I knew him all the way through high school. Actually, I was, believe it or not, I was his guitar teacher at one point in high school. And then we lost touch, and Carlo went on to a pretty cool career with Dr. Hadley and Hadley, playing across the U.S. and Canada, touring and making records, and meeting really interesting people. And we re-hooked up again at our high school reunion, believe it or not. And he had a project going on called Engines of Peace. And he told me, one day we're going to play together on stage. And I said, yeah, sure, because I had kind of put music aside for a good long time. And next thing you know, we're playing together on stage. And in Engines of Peace, which was an awesome band, we had a sax player, Alex. And I hit it off really well with Alex. And when Engines of Peace came to a close, Alex said, "You know what? I really want to play bass, and let's start another project, you know." And I said, "Why not? It's not like I was doing anything." So we started something up. We called it The Sweet Science, and it was our first steps of doing stuff on our own, us two. When that project came to a close, I basically called Alex and I said, "You know what, I really still want to do stuff with you." And he said, "Yeah, me too." So he said, "Great, well then let's start something up." And this time what we're going to do is we're not going to rely on anybody. We're going to do it just me and you. And, it comes out how it comes out. So we started something, we called it Standing 8, The reason why we called it Standing 8 is similar to our last band, the Sweet Science, is that we're both really into combat sports and boxing in particular, and these are terms that are very common in boxing. I got a guitar when I was 6 years old, and I basically told everybody in my elementary school that I was playing guitar and I was a really good guitar player and all that. And when I turned 12, I realized that sooner or later, I was going to actually have to play in front of people, and I didn't want to seem like I was a liar all this time. So I asked my parents, and I started to take guitar lessons. And that continued for many, many years. And only recently, I started to sing. This is something very recent because basically, for Standing 8, we didn't want to count on anybody else. We wanted to do all of this ourselves. And I came to a point where it was either going to be me or Alex that was going to sing. And he just said, no, you do it. And I said, I'll try. I mean, in every other iteration of every other band I've been in, I never even have a mic in front of me on stage. So I never sing backups. But in our last project, Sweet Science, our lead singer, Dano, said to me, "Yeah, you can sing. I hear you singing, and you do a good job. So, let's just sing. Just put the mic in front of you and do it." So I said, "Well, what the hell? Let's give it a shot. Will I ever be as good as my heroes? No. But this is what we do. After the Sweet Science kind of folded, and I contacted Alex, and I said, "Do you want to do music?" And he said, "Yeah, and he says, "You know what? I'm going to buy you a ticket and we're going to go see a concert." And I said, "Sure, let's go." So we went to see Spoon, and we were standing maybe about 20 feet from the stage, and it was a great show. And something happened that night. We just looked at each other. We said, "Why are we doing this? Why aren't we making music that we really like? Why are we going for the knee-jerk reaction, the easy music that we've always done, the hard rock, And why don't we do something that we would actually listen to, if we didn't have to?" So we thought about our youth, and the music that we listened to, And what really turned our crank, so we decided to bring in influences, from Depeche Mode and The Cure, and and mix that up with stuff that we're currently listening to, like Spoon, and also really old influences from our youth, and then some of the heavier stuff, the Helmets, and Big Wreck, and we basically want to put it all in there and mix it up and try and make every song a little bit different. Find our way, but also not stick ourselves in a hole. I guess what we are is a modern rock band with a British 80s alternative flavor added into that stew. Oftentimes it'll start with a little riff or a certain phrase. Oftentimes Alex will send me a bass line that he's worked on, and I'll think about it, and I'll put chords behind it, and he often names his riffs, something like The World Doesn't Owe You Anything, and I'll try and put some chords behind it, and I'll think about his what he named the track, and I'll think of something that I've thought about through the years that somehow relates to that, and I'll build a lyric around it. Other times it's a riff or a set of chords that I've come up with, or a song title, and then you build from there. You get an inspiration there. Honestly, inspiration comes in so many ways. But in general, what happens is that there's a core little thing that tweaked your ear. You heard a song and you really liked the way the attack of the beat. So you kind of say, well, let's try to do something in more or less with that kind of attack, but just see where it leads us. And you let the song lead you where it leads you. We hang on to each other, and in many ways, music is our therapy. And we hang together and we do our session. It's our, like Sigmund Freud there you're on the couch, tell me about your mother.